I'm Sebastian, and this is for Mrs. Mann's class, and I'm reading Fancy Day in Room 1A by Jen O'Connor. I am peering out the window of my classroom. Peering is a fancy word for looking. It has rained all week. We can play outside. Miss Glass is reading a story. Everybody looks glum and gloomy. That's a fancy word to say we're in a bad mood. She puts down the book. Class, we need something fun to look forward to. Miss Glass says, does anyone have ideas? We all ponder. That means we think hard. Carla says, let's go bowling. Robert says, let's go see a movie. Miss Glass says, those are interesting ideas, but let's think of something to do in school. At home, I ponder, I pick out a dress for tomorrow. I never feel glum or gloomy. In this fancy dress, be getting fancy is funny. It makes me happy. Ooh la la! All of a sudden, I have an idea. My pondering has paid off. The next day at school, I say, what if we have a fancy day and eat fancy food and use fancy manners? We can wear fancy clothes. Lionel holds up his pinky. Oh, darling, he says, you must try the baked worms. Miss Glass looked stern. That means now is not the time to be silly. I think this is a great proposal. Miss Glass says. She explains that a proposal is like an idea. Everybody else likes my idea too, even Lionel. Next Monday will be fancy day. Miss Glass says we can start preparing now. We make fancy placemats. We make fancy napkins, rings from pipe cleaners. We also make fancy crowns. Lionel makes the points on his crown like body of shark teeth. He is such a goofball. At snack time, we put napkins in our laps. We chew with our mouths shut. When Robert burps, he says, pardon me. I teach everyone how to say thank you in French. It's merci. You say it like this, merci. That evening, I tell my family all about Fancy Day. It was a proposal. That means it was all my idea. Over the weekend, Bree and I bake cupcakes. On Sunday night, I look through my wardrobe. That's a fancy word for all my clothes. I find my most fancy dress. I will also wear boots, bracelets, tons of necklaces, lace, gloves, and sparkling clips in my hair. I am fancy all the time, so I must be prepared. Super duper fancy on Fancy Day. On Monday morning, I am stunned. That means surprise. Everyone looks so posh. But where's Miss Glass? Why isn't she here yet? All of a sudden, Miss Glass rushes in. Her tooth broke this morning, and the dentist already fixed her up. She is fine now, but she is not fancy. Miss Glass looks startled. That means surprised, only in a bad way. Uh-oh, she cries. I left all my fancy stuff at home. We tell Miss Glass not to feel bad. You can have my clips, I say. Bree offers a bow. Everyone helps dress up Miss Glass. It is like playing with a giant doll. In no time, she is super posh. Soon it's party time. Miss Glass says we must thank Nancy for Fancy Day. The kids all lift up their cups of lemonade. Everybody pinky is up, but no one says thank you. They all shout, "Mercy!" These are the fancy words in this book. Glum is glum and gloomy. In a bad mood, merci, thank you. In French, you say it like this. Merci. Peer, look, ponder, think hard. Proposal, an idea. Startled, surprise, in a bad way. Stern, not pleased. Stunned, surprise. Borrowed all my clothes. This is Fancy Nancy, Fancy Day in room 1A. This book is about Fancy Nancy and on Fancy Day, they all dress up like this and Miss Glass isn't there yet because she has a tooth broke. And she isn't there yet, and so she left all her fancy stuff at home, and they give her all their stuff, but they're still fancy. And now I told you this. Bye.